Welcome to the final of this little series, Human Design. How we're using human design is Adam from Adam. And we are talking about how you can tune into what is your aligned, authentic purpose, your service, your work, how you earn income, make money, and how that contributes to a new conscious world. So, I love what you said about we're here to serve others.
We are here. We are here for the sake of others. It's just the most humbling realization for anybody to drink, because life tricks you. Like, what do you desire? What do you want to do? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like sex. It tricks you. Man, I just want to have a good orgasm, whatever. No, that's just a trick to get you to make a baby. Right? So
that's why post nut clarity exists.
Yeah, and so it's the same thing. Man, I want to do this for life. I want to be this successful, whatever, and I want to be it so badly. Not realizing that it's for somebody it's going to be, you want to build what you want to build, do what you want to do for a generation of people that are going to enjoy it. You won't even get to enjoy, right? All the stuff that we're trying to do, anything that we're trying to do and build is for the 2 generations after us.
Like, we are benefiting from people whose names we don't know.
Absolutely. People we don't even know. All the stuff that we're enjoying in life right now came from somebody else's desire and ambition. Right? I'm enjoying this apartment, right?
Yeah.
That somebody else is just like, I'm going to feed my family. I'm going to build this apartment complex in the 1940s and 50s. You know, they were thinking of just about feeding their family that day, and they were designing it. But
they were just playing a function. But Mother Earth is like, this is what we do.
This is what we do. Yeah. So in human design, those channels, the life force channels and those gates represents the ways that Earth has equipped you like an ant colony. Mm-hmm. Like, we're an ant colony. And so here's your assignment, here's your lane, and this is how you're going to serve society, this is how you're going to serve the family, this is how you're going to serve the earth, being yourself.
But it seems so hard for people to figure it out. It's been years trying to figure it out.
Because of standardization and homogenization and sameness. Because everybody, you have a child, when you have a son, your fear for that child is that child will not make it in the world. Mm-hmm. And so you will find out, well, this is
like
how...
they'll struggle and hurt.
They'll struggle and hurt. So you got to say, how can I make sure my child makes it? I want to make sure they go to the right school. I want to make sure they learn. And nothing most of us aren't saying is my child being their unique, authentic self, how they're designed. I don't care how they're designed. I want them to excel in that school. I want to just get enough grade, go to college, and get a job. Mm-hmm. We don't care how they're designed and wired. And so now we have to... So no one is being groomed or conditioned in their uniqueness. Everyone is being groomed and conditioned to be like, you can be whatever you want to be. The sky is the limit. You can make whatever you want to make. No one is saying, we're here to serve. So if we're here to serve, how do I serve in my channels? And how do I exist and meet the necessities and my requirements out of my channels? But instead everybody's like, I want to live in a mansion because I can live in a mansion. I want to drive this because I can drive it. And so therefore we're chasing things that just may not be attainable or accessible living in our lanes. But if we just live in our lanes, we find our inner satisfaction. We realize that all we need is just what we need. But all of us are conditioned to believe that we can become and do anything we want to become.
Which we can, but that doesn't mean we're going to.
Well, we can to a degree.
Yeah.
Because here's how human design works, right? And this is very sad. And I say this with a lot of sadness. When you look at your human design chart, and you're going to put one up here, right? As we're talking, maybe? Maybe not. Okay. When you look at your human design chart,
look up human design
most of the human design charts, you'll see 2 sides. You'll see a side that is red, which represents your unconscious genetic activations. And you will see a side that's black, which represents your personality, your conscious thinking. So that black side is showing you this is who you think you are. Uh-huh. And that red unconscious side, this is showing you the 13 genetic placements inside your body that are magnetic attractors. They are attracting to you life situations, circumstances, and you don't even know it. Everything
You couldn't know it.
You couldn't know it. You could look and see it, right? So let's say for me, for example, right? I have in my earth, conscious earth, and my conscious sun is 40 gate 37. Together, it makes an unconscious channel of community. Unconscious gates magnetically are sending the code to the life. Bring this into Adam's life. And I wake up one morning, which is community, being a center of a nucleus of community. And I wake up and say, I don't want to do this life anymore. I want to go be an independent solo artist. Let me track my journey. But wherever I go, life is going to send me into place of community. And next thing I know, I'll start fighting my life. I'll start fighting life. And say, why is everybody depending on me? Why they get like whatever? Now I have to leave again. I got to pack up and leave this town because I did not want to come here and be these people's blank, 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 blank. And I didn't have to want to be organized and all this stuff. I'm going to go live over here. But wherever I go, life is going to consistently align me and push me in that. Mm. And then I'll get so busy trying to fight that to get this and get these things. Next thing you know, you create a life that is just not your life, and you find yourself fighting life. To get what is yours from the universe, it comes from living in your lane. There's this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I think that's his name, and he says this: even though the universe is full of good and full of abundance, not one kernel of nourishing corn will be given to you unless you are in your lane, tilling to the ground that you've been given to till on this earth. And that was written probably in 1839, 1845 or something like that. But he literally is describing the fundamental principle of what human design is trying to show you. This is your lane where life is going to reward you. And yes, there's abundance. Yes, there's sufficiency. Yes, there's plenty. But you're not going to get any of that if you're not living in the lane given to you.
And we have a choice because that's the game
we have a choice to resist it or align with it. So that can become debatable. Do we have a choice? The founder of human design said there is no choice, but there is a choice. You can resist it.
Yeah.
You can resist. Yeah. Or you can surrender to your lane. And in your lane, you will find everything that you need.
So what would the world look like if half the world started to stop resisting?
My gosh. People will be less stressed. That would be the first thing. There will be less stress. When people are less stressed, they're more relaxed. Mm-hmm. When people are more relaxed, there's more flow, there's more harmony, and there's more beauty. Mm-hmm. The first thing happens is more beauty. When there's more beauty, there's more awe. Mm-hmm. When there's more awe and beauty, there's more truth. When there's more truth, it brings us more strength. Mm. Strength brings us more courage. More courage gives us the ability to create more beauty. More beauty invites us to be more truthful. More truthful brings us to more courage. More courage allows us to bring more beauty and truth. And I forgot in that mix is goodness.
Yes,
goodness. And goodness goes, life is good. And goodness, true goodness. Whenever any human gets true goodness, the experience of true goodness always creates the experience of, I want to share this with somebody. It can't help it. True goodness always creates in us humans this experience of wanting to share it. And the ability to share it brings beauty. And beauty, it invites us to take in more truth, gives us more courage. Courage creates more goodness. Goodness creates more beauty. Beauty invites us more truth. And it all starts with us just really taking away the stress, relaxing, and experiencing the goodness of living in your lane, living in your design. Because when you live in your lane and you live in your line, you experience life as good. And goodness, you want to share it. And again, it creates a sense of beauty. And that beauty invites us to live more truth. And it really does all start with just one person living in their alignment, living in that goodness can have like contagious impact on the world. And a conscious world is a world that is living in alignment inside the human that they've been given to live inside of. And human design happens to just be a great system and a great map to help us see the possibilities of what it looks like living in our authentic human self. Because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And human design says, here's the human experience that you're meant to have. All you got to do is just hear your map, hear your design, get your report, and say, yes, this is who I am. It starts with just saying yes. Not, okay, how do I now go be the channel of community? How do I now go be the channel of intimacy? No, you don't have to do all that. All you got to do is just say yes. Once you just say yes, this is me, life says, good. Now get out the way.
Mm-hmm. What would it take? Like, we got this now, it's out there. What would it take to, so that's the world we could create. What would it take to get there? What are some, so when you and I were like, all right.
Yeah, it would probably take surrender. Surrender. Well, I would say here's a strategy. Let's go with a plan.
Yeah.
Start with knowing your human design, and start with knowing specifically in your human design what you are tempted to become that you are not. Become aware of your undefined gates and your undefined channels. Because just becoming aware of those starts helping you realize how your mind is just leading you astray. Because again,
and it doesn't mean a position, it means like you did a report today.
Yeah.
Anything you've been tempting to prove,
to be, think you need to become. Because someone could tell me when every channel that I have, when you give me that channel, when someone read my channel 6 years ago, yeah, that's me. Like, yeah, that's me. I know that's me. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. That affirms that's me. Uh-huh. Okay, but why am I broke? Why am I unhappy?
Yeah.
I didn't need to know what I was as much as I need to know who I was trying to fakely be, who I was trying to be inauthentic.
Mm.
If I would have just focused on this is the voice in my head that's tempting me away, that naturally just align me in who I am organically. I can't not be my channels. But if I was told earlier, hey, Adam, here's your temptations. Watch for these voices and don't give into them. When I'm not giving into those voices, I'm naturally being my channels. Versus the other way around, how do I be my channel? I don't have to figure out how to be my channel. I am my channel. Mm. Life is setting me up to live out my channel. Mm. The interruption is my undefined gates, my not self-centers, my not self-strategies from those undefined centers and those undefined gates. So becoming aware of what my undefined gates, what my undefined chakra centers sound like, that has been the most humbling and revolutionary thing. Because life is literally just aligning me. Like, all I gotta do is just all I gotta do is wake up and just follow life. I don't have to let me study the channel of intimacy. Let me study the channel of community. I don't have to do that. It's in me. It's living out of me. It's just gonna come naturally. You don't need to study your channels. You can, but it's more so if you want to study somebody, if you want to study channels, study your lovers, your wives, your partners, study your mother's and your father's channels, your siblings' channels. So you can understand and accept them. Because studying your channel, I mean, it's you. It's who you going to be.
What about the things that seem to be generally great ideas? Does it discount them? For example, you want to be wealthy. You're the average of 5 people you hang out with. So you join a community of people that are wealthy. They're all paying themselves first, making these investments. Next thing you know, you've adopted that. And people have done that. And they've lived that out. You want to be thin, you hang out with people that eat well. You surround yourself like that is going off of other people.
Yeah.
And there's systems that have worked.
It cannot last, and it does not last. Living in your lane is about lasting joy,
even in a community,
lasting happiness. Because ultimately, if your channel, again, listen to what I'm trying to say. Not listen to what I'm trying to say. Go back to what I said about that red. That is the life that you're going to. That life is not going to stop bringing you those things. You can't run away from it. And so eventually you're going to have to surrender to being who you are and living in alignment with you. You may get away with 3 years, 3 months. Some people may get away longer. And they finally just realize, and then you hear this all the time, people waking up from groups, waking up for stuff. I've been living fake. None of this is who I really am. The relationships are superficial. They're shallow. They're not depth. Because a person is tense. Remember, I can't really establish a real relationship with somebody if I can't relax and be myself. I can be in that group with them for 5 or 6 years, but that relationship is not built on any type of real, true intimacy and level. And when shit hit the fan in my life, I'm not calling the people in that group. I'm calling my friend from college who I haven't talked to in 5 years who really knows me. And they're gonna say, "Well, why are you calling me now? Call your celebrity friends, or call your rock star group of people to help you out with." No, I don't really know them like that. That's not real intimacy, and that's not a real conscious world. That is a curated fake life.
Unless you really connect with them and they happen to have channels that...
If it's organically according to your authority, if that's your calling, if that's organically you find yourself in that, and your authority has said, your strategy and authority led you to that, and they endorse and they support, and they are in that group, that community, that thing is allowing you to live out your channel, and you can be relaxed, and you can I'm really myself here.
I guess it seems tricky sometimes because some people watching this will be dissatisfied, like they're broke or they're whatever it may be, and it's like, the next.
There's something that they're in resistance. Life is good. Life is good to us. Life takes care of us. If there's something that you got that you're unhappy with, frustrated, there's something that you're in resistance. You're in resistance. So let's look at your chart. Let's look at your undefined gaze. Let's look at what you have tried to create in your not self instead of being what you are not.
Instead of coming up with a plan.
Instead of coming up with a plan that's going to bring more resistance. Right? If Trey likes to be in his flow, he feels that his most relaxed self is YouTube as his platform. I want him to get on TikTok. Badly. Right? I want go to TikTok. Go be on TikTok. Right? No, it's not. Maybe it's like, okay, well, you know what? Instead of getting on TikTok making long 10-minute videos, that's not his thing. Let's take him out of that resistance. Let's not make him there and try to be something not. Okay, well, let's plant you on YouTube so you can make long 10-minute videos like these or whatever.
So does mean you'll stop talking about TikTok?
Huh?
Does mean you'll stop talking about TikTok?
Am I going to stop talking about TikTok? I don't know. Probably not. I won't make on that.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be my authentic self.
Yeah.
And my mood, my channel is a 1222. Channel of openness. It's a channel of a social being. It's from my emotional center to my throat. And so I talk based on my mood. So in my mood, I might want to troll you about not being on TikTok. I can't promise you what my mood is going to be tomorrow.
I love that. Stop resisting that which you are not. And it's just figuring out what that is.
And stop resisting what you are and what you are not. Yeah. We all are, most of
you may not human design to do
most of our unhappiness comes from our resisting what we are. Resisting what we are and resisting what we are not as well. But most of people's unhappiness really comes down to, what are you resisting? The question I begin to ask my clients and people I'm mentoring, the first thing I ask them is, what do you desire most right now in this situation? What are you desiring most? Just getting that out, begin to identify what they're resisting. The second question goes...
I don't like that, because sometimes, like you said, we're conditioned to, I want this.
No, but I'm not saying we're going to go get it. Oh, okay. I just want them to hear it.
Okay.
Just hear, what is the reality that you desire that it's not? And in that, between that gap, we can identify the resistance. And what is it that you are so desiring to avoid in life? Yeah. Just starting with those, we now can begin to identify the resistance. Because in the moment, we all been taught this since Eckhart Tolle came out in 2004 with the Power of Now book. Our power is in the now moment. Right? But what gets us out the now moment? Our desires for something and our desires to avoid something. And that's where resistance creeps in at. Mm-hmm. So the first thing, let's keep it real. Okay, you're unhappy. All right, you're unhappy. So first and foremost, what is it that you're desiring? Let's talk to me. What is it that you are desiring most right now? I really want this. Okay? We're not going to, let's be okay with that. Now, tell me the second part of that. What are you desiring right now to avoid the most in your life? I really don't want to be evicted. I just really don't want to go be evicted and have to go live with my mom. Okay. Just begin to get those out.
Yeah.
Right? We can now relax. Because what's happening is in those desires for wanting something, in those desires to avoid something, the mind is creating calculations trying to figure it out. And when the mind is trying to figure it out and create those calculations, it's only relying on your undefined what you are not to do it. The mind does not take into account your naturalness to get you what you want. So you're going to come with a plan. You're going to try to become something you're not to get that thing that you desire. But if you can just be okay with the desire, and then you can stop realizing what you don't want and just be okay with it, just being able to name it and express it. This is what I'm trying to avoid so badly. Just being able to say, this is what I'm trying to avoid so badly, can begin to help you relax. Because once you say it out loud, you realize, wait a second, this is really what I'm sitting here anxious about. It's like, wait, I've been sitting on this couch anxious for 3 hours. At the end, all because I just want to avoid this one thing. Just saying it can begin to create some freedom in you. And then you can begin to see, this is what I'm resisting, because this is my fear. And then you can begin to say, okay, let me just wait to see what is the inspired action to take. Even though it may not make sense. And that was a pretty vague statement, but
it's valuable. I think it's a great place to conclude on this Human Design to New Conscious World series.
yeah, because it's already past 20 minutes.
Well,
People watch this. People sit and watch this for 20 minutes.
we'll see. If you made it here, comment.
Comment, team 20 minutes.
Team 20 minutes.
Let
All
me
right.
know personally.
I'll let you know. If
Well,
you
I'm telling
wanna-
that person to message
if
me.
they wanna book you for a reading, can they do that?
Yeah, go to my go to my link tree on my IG page.
I'll put your page.
Yeah, my link tree is up there.
And they can, oh, link tree. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have a link tree on my IG page. You can go there
All right.
and book a reading.
Last word.
If I'm in the mood,
If he's in the mood.
and I will be.
How do you know? Well, they're gonna.
Eventually,
they're
I'll
gonna
get
pick
in
a
the
time.
mood. I mean, eventually,
Pick a time.
They pick a time.
Thank you for tuning in. Hope you learned something about human design.
I really hope you did too. I really do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for this space, Trey. Thank you for this space to share. And yeah, this was fun for me. Yeah, I feel satisfied.
Peace out, y'all. Check the next video.
2 fingers.
I know what it will be.